So I assumed that was working, but obviously I went through that a bit too quick. However, I can tell you some things that you can do around Disney parks that are Japanese related or Studio Ghibli related. If you go to Disney World, there is Epcot, which I don't know is a park, which is amazing if you love food and booze, okay? I have many of a time. If you go during October and November time, there is Food and Wine Festival. Perfect, okay? They have pavilions. It's called the World Showcase, and they have a Japan pavilion, and actually the best food restaurants are there. You can go to Tepanedo, which has, where you can have the grill, they cook in front of you, make the volcano out of onions, and it's wonderful. However, if you go into their gift shop, it's Mitsukushi, which is an actual official Japanese brand. It's a big shopping mall out in Japan, and they've recreated it in Disney World. And you can get stuff from the Studio Ghibli Museum from there. And it's actually really affordable. You can get origami paper for $5. You can get paper fans, you can get Kiki's Delivery, loads of Kiki's Delivery service. You can get Gundams, Sailor Moon stuff. Literally, they have a whole anime section. They've now actually, in the past 3 months, created a whole booth just dedicated to anime. So for us weeps, they know how to treat us well. And you can even get Kingdom Hearts stuff, okay? Which is a rarity if you're a massive Kingdom Hearts fan and wondering where you can get that stuff from. Now, how many of you know about Disneyland Tokyo? How many of you have been?
Driving past on a coach counts.
Yeah, that counts. Now, at Disneyland Tokyo, it is, I would say, I've never been myself, I've eyed it up, I've even done a bloody project on Disneyland Tokyo for business studies back in the day. They actually have 2 parks, Tokyo Disneyland, which is just literally like a replica of Disney World, and Disney Sea, oh my god, it looks amazing. They've got a ride called Journey to the Centre of the Earth. I just want to go on it. That's like the dream.
What I will say is though, if you think the British can queue, the Japanese can queue even longer.
Yeah, and they have a lot. They have a thing for their shows. So, how many of you have actually been to a Disney park? Yay! Loads of you know. Right, you know when you go and watch one of the stage shows, you have to enter a lottery to get in because they're that popular. That is how huge. I should have actually added panels. I thought like you guys would all look at me like, why the hell is this woman adding panel slides about Tokyo Disney? Because I could talk about Tokyo Disney for hours. I should have done that. Now, with Tokyo Disney Sea, they also have green alien mochi. So from Toy Story, and they even have Lilo and Scrum mochi. They're really hard. They also have ridiculous amounts of flavours of popcorn, from green tea, sakura, caramel, marmalade, cheese, the works. And every food item is literally got a Mickey shape to it. You can get Mickey shaped burgers. You can also get, there's an Alice in Wonderland restaurant that you can get Alice in Wonderland themed food with a heart-shaped burger. It is ridiculously cute. Also, Duffy the bear. I really wish I was going to bring Duffy with me. Duffy is the official Disney Parks mascot. He is a really cute teddy bear. He also has a girlfriend named Shelley May. But in Disneyland Tokyo, they have an exclusive cuddly toy called Gelato. He is Duffy's pet cat. Duffy is the biggest symbol in Tokyo Disney. Every picture I've seen, every vlog I've seen, now I watch a lot of Disney vloggers. I am that crazy Disney person that literally spends like 5 hours a week watching Disney vlogs. Literally, it's just a sea of Duffy, and people will queue for 4 hours for a new Duffy bear. People will buy outfits for him and everything. Like Duffy is the symbol of Tokyo Disney. Literally everything I've seen of Tokyo Disney is ridiculous. They have hotel rooms that are based on Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, Alice in Wonderland, Rapunzel, Cinderella, the 5 classic characters, so Goofy, Donald, and everyone like that. The room rates are ridiculous. If you say you are, with 4 of you going, if you've ever stayed on Disney resort property, that usually means 2 queen-size beds. No, you get 4 single beds and they provide you with pyjamas. Which I think is quite awesome. No, you don't get to keep the pyjamas, sadly.
Could you just how much will they bill you off?
I don't know. I was going to say Thingamaflogs did not tell me.
Just asking for a friend.
I can actually ask Tom. I'm trying to think. How many of you have been to Disneyland Paris? Woo. Right. Sadly, this is the one park that doesn't embrace the Japanese stuff. You can get Duffy Bears. There's now an exclusive one coming out next month because it's the 25th anniversary. But there's no Shelly May, sadly. You get Duffy, but no Shelly May. So I'm really sad to tell you, the inspiration of Japan doesn't go as far as Disneyland Paris. But then again, they're a little bit behind on some things. I love Disneyland Paris, but there's some things they've got to work on in that park. What? Space Mountain there is going to be Hyper Space Mountain, which is Star Wars themed. What? Yeah. Has anyone got a question about any of the Disney parks? Because literally I can answer them for you. Go on, Chris.
So you were saying that Duffy's sort of more, really popular in Japan. Is he more popular than, or as popular as Mickey?
I would say he's on par. The queue lines, generally for Duffy, to meet Duffy is equally as long as meeting Mickey, sometimes even longer to meet Duffy Bear mascot.
Do people know the story about Duffy?
Yeah, do you guys know the story about Duffy? Basically, Duffy is Mickey's teddy bear. And then when he got, and Mickey felt guilty that the fact that he had a teddy bear, so he created Shelly May so that Duffy wasn't lonely and that Minnie had her own teddy bear. And Gelato just was created to go in between Shelly May and Duffy, which sounds really weird. Someone's ringing me. Oh, it's Amber.
I'm doing a panel!
Here you go, you answer that.
Oh, okay, Shelly's phone.
You're on speaker.
Hi Amber, you're in the panel now. Amber, you're in the panel.
Say hello, Amber.
Say hello. Hello, sorry about that. But no, anyone got any other questions they want to ask about Disney Park? I can tell you how to do the cheapest trip to Disney World, by the way, if any of you are interested. Well, actually, I can tell you a bit about Tsum Tsums. I will tell you about how to do Disney World super cheap. However, just had a question about Tsum Tsums. Tsum Tsums started, how many of you know what Tsum Tsums are? How many of you raid Clinton cards in Disney store when they come out? Right, the quality, someone actually did a video comparison quality. The quality of the Japanese Tsum Tsums are so much different. The tags are smaller, they are better quality, they last a little bit longer. When they have the, the fake hair and things like that, it actually looks good. And sadly, they care more about the quality than we do.
What's a Tsum Tsum?
Tsum Tsums are cute. They're cute little squishies that are like of characters. So you can get Beauty and the Beast one, so you get a little squishy bell.
Did the game come first?
Yeah.
No, the Tsum Tsums came first in the game. No,
Yeah, I assume the game came first.
I wanted that.
hang on, I can show you. I can show you what the Tsum Tsums are.
That was stupid, wasn't it?
Right, guys. I can tell you now the cheating way to afford Disney World. Okay, this is the cheating way of affording Disney. The cheating way to afford it, because it is super expensive. How many of you have looked at the Disney World website and gone, holy shit? Right. you need to book, I book it 18 months in advance. You only have to put a £50 deposit per person. £50 deposit. And you have to pay it 3 months before you go to Disney World. So if you break it down, it can usually work out at less than £100 a month by doing that. My last trip, I stayed at Caribbean Beach Resort, which is a moderate resort. It is lovely. You get hammocks and a beach to walk on. It's really, really nice.
Did you just say you paid £100 a month for 18 months?
Or you can pay less than £100.
Oh, thank God for that.
But I paid £1,200. That included flights with Virgin, who, by the way, if you've never flown with Virgin, they give you fab ice lollies on board. And that just sells it to me, okay?
Hot tickets for 2 weeks is around
Yeah.
£500, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically, I always share the rooms. The beds are huge. They're bigger than a king size. So as long as you don't mind having a little person potentially snuggling you or spooning you, or as other people, or it's
Taking you out of the bed.
no, snuggling.
No, you don't do that.
No, I peach, which is the.
Fine, as long as I'm next to you.
But basically, as long as you're comfortable with sharing 4 people in the room, it literally breaks down the cost. So last year I did Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is the only time adults can dress up in the theme park. And it is the coolest event. You can get crap loads of candy for free. You can meet characters that are not there. I met Jack and Sally, which was amazing. Okay, they were the guy that played Jack sounded like Jack Skellington. Which blew my mind because I thought, oh god, because I've been to Disneyland Paris so many times, and I go up to, I remember meeting Ariel and she was like, "You alright, mate?" And I was like, "That's not how Ariel sounds." But no, Jack was on point. He told me he wanted me to come to Halloween Town. He said, "Meet me there, we'll go out for food." I'm still waiting.
If you do Run Disney, they have exclusive characters during the races.
Yeah, and there's Run Disney events, but going back to, I paid $1,200, that was the hotel room, my flights, the shuttle to and from the airport. You get free Disney transport all around Disney property, and that included my Halloween tickets as well. I would recommend, if you ever decide to go to Disney World, aim between September and November, because there are events exclusive then. The Halloween merchandise is crazy good. And if you're going to Disney World, never buy the merchandise at Disney, okay? This is the biggest cheat of all time. I have, for the Disney nerds here, anyone that knows that Disneyland, California, last year was its 50th Diamond Celebration. This was an $80 hoodie. I got it for $20 by going off property to the official Disney discount store. Then, and then
They're saying the dodgy bloke outside the gate.
no. If you go to literally, they have like I'm just trying to think of. Does anyone live near Braintree? No one's heard of Freeport. Oh god. Basically, it's like all the outlet stores. It's basically the Disney outlets. These is Dooney and Bourke, the most expensive Disney handbags you can get. I think there's actually a Gucci one, but we'll ignore that one. But this was $500. I got it for $100 there, to give you an idea. I got stuff starting from 49 cents, whereas it was originally priced $10. So if you're going to Disney World, go to the outlets. You save a lot of money. I spent $300 there, but we added it. Me and my boyfriend added it up. It would have came to $2,000. What we got for $300. It is you can get Uber for £20 return. It is about half an hour drive. The best one to go to is the International Outlet. It's a smaller store, but they go up to 80 to 90% off original retail price. So that's how you save the money at Disney World. To give you an idea, I only took $1,200 with me for spending money. And it sounds like a lot, but that was between 2 of us. And $1,200 between 2 of you, and we went and did the Be Our Guest restaurant. If you're going to Disney World, do Be Our Guest and have the great stuff. It is goddamn delicious. And you get to meet the Beast if you go in the evening as well. It's the only time you can meet the Beast at Disney World. One other thing as well, if you decide to go to Halloween, I would recommend, if you're in Beauty and the Beast cosplay, there is Gaston's Tavern, and you can sit in the chair that he sits in the movie, and it's just awesome. So next year I'm dressing up as female Gaston, because it's got to be done, and you can get Lefroux's brew, which is beautiful. The other way to save as well, if you go to Disney World, book between May and June, because they offer free dining. So when I went to Disney World, my dining was all paid for. This year again, my dining is all paid for. I upgraded for £100 to get sit-down meals so I can sit and dine with Disney princesses. Because I discovered that. Well, I discovered now there is actually a meal that you can have with Flynn Rider and Eric. And I was like, yes. My poor boyfriend's like, oh, for God's sake. And also you get free gift card as well to spend. So we actually got a £400 gift card from Disney for free. So, you know, literally when I say you can save money. If you want to go to Disneyland Paris and pay £200 to stay at Disneyland Paris, the easiest way to do that is going between the goddamn cold season, which is January to February time. Me and my friend Carrie spent £200, including our Eurostar, staying at Sequoia Lodge, which is a ridiculously nice hotel, which is themed around, and it has a rock pool, a slide. It's the only one that actually has a water slide, so worth staying at that one. And it costs £200, including Eurostar, because you book the Eurostar 6 months in advance, £60 return. Yeah, it's super easy to, if you want to drive, if you want to get the Eurostar. Just don't do the coach. I've done that and it took 18 hours. But when I went out there, if you go out in January, they actually have January sales. I got a Duffy Bear that's now worth £90 on eBay for €8. And the originally retail price was £30. So, give you an idea, these are the handy tips. I'm sorry this is not turned into so much Disney versus anime, but how to save money with Disney. And I'm not actually a holiday booker, I am just a Disney nerd that sits on Twitter. If you guys like my little rants about Disney, I am on Twitter, called Magic and the Mouse, which is run by a few of us who talk about Disney a lot. And we nerd over things. Now, what are your guys' views on the new Beauty and the Beast? I really want to know.
No.
Oh!
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's going to be better than Daniel.
Oh, I'm going to freaking language.
Oh my
Better than
God,
Jungle Book.
Well, the popsicle was at work. The elephants are not that big.
Right. How many of you were disturbed by the amount of auto-tuning that Emma Watson had in her singing in the trailer?
Disturbed, yes.
Yeah.
Surprised, no.
Why couldn't they have cast someone that was actually French?
The only thing I'm agreeing with this... the one thing I'm agreeing with, and I don't know how many of you agree with this, but Luke Evans as Gaston. Yes.
Not happy with the Lefroux thing.
Not happy with the Lefroux thing.
Not at all. It doesn't matter. It's stuff that runs underneath it.
What's the Lefroux thing?
If you guys don't know, Lefroux, which is Gaston's sidekick, has been announced that he's gay.
It's not just a man crush, he's gay.
He's gay. I praise Disney for the fact that it is, finally, they've got a character in there. However,
It's
the relationship and things like that some people are completely put off with it. I really want to see a gay Disney prince or princess, or actually just both. I think that the LGBT community need role models.
Yeah. So they've already done a gay scene in Disney cartoon, which was done a couple of days ago,
That's its style of person.
Yeah. But yeah, in the first movie, At least there's someone.
Aren't there
However,
rumours that they're going to make Elsa a lesbian?
yeah, Dina
Menzel.
She's literally, she really ridiculously wants Elsa to be the first gay queen, which of Disney, which I'm like, go for it. I think the LGBT community need more characters in mainstream. I actually spent my entire day when the Fru was announced sending to people, Helen Lovejoy from Simpsons.
Yeah.
I kept sending to people that were being homophobic and pricks about the Fru, kept sending them the gif of Helen Lovejoy going, oh please, somebody think of the children. Because that's to me how they sounded when people were being homophobic about it, because there was a lot of homophobes, because half the Disney community are sadly homophobes, which I don't understand, especially as all of them were following the DIS, which is the largest Disney fan community, which is run by a group of gay guys. Why are you being homophobic towards a group of gay guys announcing it? That doesn't make sense to me. But there we go. I'm just trying to think. Is there any questions anyone want to add?
I was just going to say, I just saw an article this morning that several theatres in Louisiana have said they won't show the film.
Yeah, that got announced, this morning. But that's... Has anyone got any questions about anything about Disney or anime? I can literally answer.
In Once Upon a Time, they do actually show the first gay couple.
Yes, they do.
Red Riding Hood and Dorothy.
Yeah. However,
They're not Disney.
it's owned by Disney, but it's like a complicated relationship with Once Upon a Time, basically. That they Once Upon a Time. I've spoken to the actors quite a bit when they've come to Expo. The poor guy that plays Jiminy Cricket. The amount of times I've gone and talked to him, and he answers all the questions. He is ridiculously lovely. He's voiced in Mass Effect for Kaiden. If you ever see him at an event, by the way, go and meet him because he is literally the nicest guy. He will spend 15 minutes chatting to you about everything and anything. Oh yeah, and the girl that plays the Blue Fairy as well. How many of you appreciate the fact that a lot of people now are doing a lot of do you guys know what Disney bounding is?
What?
No. Okay, I'll explain Disney bounding. Because it could work, actually, in the anime community. Disney bounding, but with anime bounding. Disney bounding is when you get to wear a normal day-to-day outfit. Actually, I can get away with me as tall. But basically, it means wearing normal clothes, but it's inspired by a character. So if you love if you love Snow White, you could wear a red bow in your hair, a blue top, and a yellow skirt, and that's called Disney bounding. It's literally nice and simple. I saw loads of it there, and I think the anime community should embrace it. Maybe if you're doing it with anime, so you could do. Yeah, it came about in Disneyland, California. Because adults were getting offended by the fact that you couldn't dress up, because loads of people get kicked out of the parks. However, there's a lot of controversy at the moment with this in the Disney community, that people are now called cosplay bounding, which is where you literally look exactly like the character and basically are wearing a cosplay, but not, like almost like, if anyone knows what Hot Topic is, buying one of their Hot Topic dresses and donning the wigs and things like that, and actually kids come up to them thinking they're the real character, and it's a little bit awkward because Disney are not happy with that, because there's been a lot of problems before. The reason why adults are banned from dressing up is because stupid people would go to the Disney parks dressed up as the characters and convince children they were them and say rude things to the children, and that actually does happen. I've got two friends that are face characters, and I can tell you some funny stories about being a face character, to the point of 40-year-old women ripping apart a Peter Pan costume because they wanted a piece of him. Yeah. So being a face character is not glamorous at all. If you know what a face character is, it means you dress up as a character, basically, in the parks. But yeah, that is the story of it, and I think Pete wants me gone.
Thank you.
Once you gone, I will be late.
Right, thank you for attending. I'm sorry the panel was short.